this is how I got S plus and the Minimalist trophy in Resident Evil 2. You know, I never wanted to do the Minimalist trophy. God, I can't talk today. But honestly, I did it, and it wasn't actually that hard. Now, the thing is, I've been so used to playing the game using the new infinite weapons I got for DLC, but now I just gotta play the game regularly. So, I just basically did the sewer section the way it's supposed to be done. Now, the problem with why the clip is starting off in the sewers is because I actually wasn't planning on recording this until I got, like, the achievements, so then I just pressed save clip. So, yeah, I already been past the police chief part. I mean, the police department part. God, I can't talk today! I've already messed up the video. Forget it, I'm still gonna play. After I got the rookie, the freaking zombie that was inside the room just wanted to come out for a hug. I told him, no, I'm a police officer, you can't just do that. But either way, he still wouldn't listen. I didn't want to waste a shotgun blast on him, but either way, I tried shooting him in the face, but he gave me a hickey, but I told him not in first base. Also, I'm not gay, but then afterwards, I just ran away. So, that went well. I ended up using a pretty powerful healing item, and then afterwards, one of these giant canceled Ninja Turtle enemies just popped out of the ground, and I just shot him, and he's like, okay, fine. And then afterwards, I ended up going back to the other part where I get the other, you know, chest piece keys. This guy frickin' stabbed him in the face to show him who's boss. And then afterwards, he went like, no, I'll grab you again. Feed me something more. So I went like, okay, eat a grenade. They're very healthy for you because they give you vitamin C. I'm just kidding. But either way, he kind of took it for granted. And afterwards, he was like, you lied. And he just punched me. Well, he failed to. And afterwards, like, I ended up getting the chemical flamethrower. I went back outside and started burning these frickers. And then afterwards, I just, well, finally just done the sewer section, basically. I already finished the puzzle. And then after I finished the puzzle, I ended up engaging into the Birkin boss fight. Now, I'm not going to talk over this part because I actually want you guys to see the boss fight.
Now I got you. Let's do this!
After the Birkin boss fight, I ended up escaping all the way back to the lab. Now, the lab was kind of difficult, but, I mean, wasn't entirely. I destroyed 2 zombies that were eating each other, and then afterwards, I just kind of found some fuel, which was very lucky because I had no ammo for the flamethrower. I kept exploring the lab, 2 lickers came out of the ceiling. I thought they couldn't hear me, but apparently they did. And afterwards, I just shot one, and they just started slashing me. Apparently, these lickers are terrible at hitting people. I broke their ankles and outran them, and then I just ran away from the lab. The stupidest part of the game finally freaking jump scared me because this had never jump scared me before. I burned these 2 Ivy monsters because they suck and they're like the worst enemies in the game. I swear, if you get caught by them and you don't have a sub-weapon, they'll immediately kill you. Now, I was about to use a sub-weapon there, but I already had something to burn them with. And then afterwards, I did this super duper difficult puzzle, which only took me a couple minutes now because I know how to actually do it. I mean, this is like the 13th time I've beaten the game. I finally destroyed these people, and then afterwards, like, apparently that spray wasn't enough because when I went back inside, I burned more of these ivy plants, and they were still alive. Just made sure that they were still dead. Then Then afterwards, I went into the stage 3G boss fight, and this was the only part where I first died in this entire challenge, because when I was doing this challenge, I didn't die. This was the only time I actually died. I was literally at the end of the game, and this was so far my first death in this run. Now, it wasn't entirely super duper frustrating because, I mean, the boss battle itself is pretty difficult. This is probably, I mean, I don't like this boss fight that much, but either way, when I threw a flashbang, he slashed me in the face. Then I tried again. I was running out of ammo, so I used my flamethrower and I just burned him. And he was like, "Oh, fine, I'll go down. Just escape, man. I'm bored." Afterwards, Leon began his final escape. This is probably one of the best parts of the game, mostly just because of the soundtrack. It just sounds so amazing. Like, just listen to this.
Is this a fucking joke?
Until detonation.
I began the best boss fight in the game, the Tyrant boss fight, which also has the best soundtrack in the entire game, besides the final escape, and this actually was the second time I actually died. This is how it happened. I got impaled by his hand spikes. Now I'm not gonna talk in this part again because I guys want you to see the entire boss fight.
Destination.
And so I beat Resident Evil 2 for the 13th time, got the Minimalist reward, and got an S+. Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't usually do these kind of videos, but I got an S+. That was the first. This is the highest grade you can get in the entire game. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.